This could be your last tournament, your last stab at glory. And if it is, what can you see your younger teammates going on to perhaps even better or greater things?
Is that you saying I'm too old to play in the next one?
Next World Cup, maybe?
I'm not too sure whether it is or not. My legs can still take me up and down the pitch. I feel as young as I ever have, and I'm looking to build on what we've shown so far in this tournament. The squad is a young, fantastic squad that's got so much to give, and like I said, every player that's in this squad is here on merit of their own ability and the way they are, the characters, the way they mix in with each other. Everybody gets on with everyone. The team spirit is fantastic, and I see so much future for this squad going further ahead. As for myself personally, I just have to wait and see how far these legs can take me.
A question for Jack.
Hi Ashley, Jack Pittbrook from The Independent. You've obviously won a lot in your club career at Manchester United. How helpful is that knowledge now in terms of helping the team get over the line in the last 2 games?
We haven't come this far not to go there and win it and get over that line. I think it's a lot's been said about the squad being young, but it's a young and experienced squad. A lot of players playing at the highest level and have won trophies as well. I think that will always help when you're in a big tournament. And like I said, everybody's just enjoying what we've shown and what we've done so far. But there's still so much to play for, and so many big games coming up.
Is there anything specific that you've learned or that that you can help the other lads with from your time at United?
I don't think there's anything specific. It's just giving what I've done on my journey so far, and being a part of the squad that's shown so much already. So like I said, everybody's been in the squad has won things, and everybody's playing at the highest level, and I think that helps, especially now that we're going further and further in the competition.
Okay, question this side. Neil Ashton, please.
Hi Ashley. Have you noticed a change in mood, attitude, confidence as England have progressed through the tournament?
From players or?
Yes, from the players, yeah.
I think the confidence has been there from the time we met up to the time we flew out to just a couple of hours ago. The confidence is always there throughout the squad. The staff, the players are in a confident mood, and it's like what I said, that when you're in training day in, day out, and you're together day in, day out, as long as everybody's pulling in the right way, pulling in the right direction, then you've got that togetherness off the pitch. It always helps you out on the pitch as well, and I feel that that confidence has been there from the day. And you can, when you're starting winning games and you're getting further and further in the competition, of course confidence can come more and more.
With your experience, Ashley, can you sense it? Can you smell it?
Sense and smell what?
That mood, that confidence.
That confidence, like I said, has always been there. It's been buzzing around the place, and I don't think there's any player that's thinking too far ahead. I think a lot's being said back home, a lot's being said in the press, but us that are out here, the squad, the staff together, we know we've got another game coming up on Wednesday, and it's a game we need to go and win.
Hi Ashley, Ian Murtagh, Daily Star. You said earlier that it feels like you're on holiday. Is it the best holiday you've ever been on?
If we get to the final and win it, of course it will be. Like I say, it's been a fantastic journey that we've been on. But we've got still so much football to play for as well, and I'm delighted that I'm part of it, part of this squad. It's a great squad to be in. I can't emphasise how excited I am about the next few games coming up.
Ashley, John Cross, Daily Mirror. At this point of a tournament, how important is it that basically, relative terms, you got the game done in 90 minutes, Croatia have had back-to-back 120 minutes and penalties. Can that be a real significance when the games are coming thick and fast like that? Does it give you an edge?
It could do. I'm not too sure. Obviously, you want to be able to win the game in 90 minutes, but Croatia has obviously gone to extra time twice now, so it could work in our favour. But it's a World Cup semi-final. Players will want to play as long as they can. They'll stay on the pitch for as long as they can and give everything. I've seen that from the boys here, that you put bodies on the line. You don't leave nothing in the dressing room. You go out to win the game and do everything you can to go and win the game.
Jerry.
Hi Ashley, Jerry Lawton, Daily Star. Key sporting question, it's your birthday. What have the guys got you, if anything, and have they done anything special to mark the occasion? Have you got any plans?
No plans, just to recover and be prepared for the game on Wednesday. I had some nice stuff from the FA put in my room, a few balloons, cards, and a few sweets, but we won't tell the fitness coaches that. I'm another year older, but I feel as young as any of the guys that are here.
Thanks.
Okay, Paul.
Ashley, Paul Hayward, Daily Telegraph. I was just wondering what your favourite memories are, sporting memories outside of football. The reason I asked that is because obviously the England football team haven't been able to, give the country a major victory in the way that other sports have, cricket and rugby and the Olympics and so on. What are your favourite memories of spectacular English or British sporting victories?
To be honest, I'm not really here to be talking about any other sport. We've got a World Cup semi-final coming up in a couple of days' time. A lot's been said about the squad wasn't going to get this far, but we have expectations for us before we come out here. Weren't that we weren't going to get this far, but in-house players, staff, we had every confidence that we could get this far and go even further. We've made part history so far. Every single player wants to make even more history and wants to go and win the World Cup. So, like I said, we've put ourselves in a great position, and I'm not here thinking about anything else other than the game Wednesday.
Paul.
Ashley, Paul Joyce, The Times. You spoke earlier about the staff, behind the staff within the FA, and how the FA have given the players everything that they need. What role would Pippa Grange have in a week like this, and is that somebody that you personally would maybe speak to?
Obviously, the psychologist, she's there for people to talk to her, and she's always talking, and different people will speak to her, different meetings we have, and she's been fantastic for everyone in the squad. It's a personal preference, and different people will talk to her at different times.
And in this week, is it easy to? There's sort of, you've got a great opportunity, but there's also that sort of fear that it might never come again. Which do you go with? Is that fear? Is it a little bit in the back of your mind, or are you a more sort of positive outlook person?
I don't see any fear amongst myself personally, and amongst anyone in the squad. Yeah. Every player's excited, confident, feet's on the ground. There's no big egos. Like I said, this is brilliant, and when you get to a World Cup semi-final, I don't think you fear anything. You go out into the game full of confidence that we've shown in the games we've played in the past, and go there with the same confidence and look to win the game.
Okay, last couple then. Sammy?
Actually, just following on from Paul's question, in terms of, obviously, the games are won on the pitch, but in such a high-pressure situation, fast turnaround in games, how influential is the mental side and the psychological battle on these days leading up to the games?
Yeah, of course they are, but we've had it since the day we got out here with preparing the right way, fly back straight after the games, recover in the right ways. Like you say, there's only a few days between the games, but we've been able to prepare in the right way. The fitness coaches here have been unbelievable, and the psychologists have helped as well. Each player knows their own bodies and knows how to prepare and be ready for the games, and our preparations for Wednesday are going to be no different to how we've done it for the previous games.
But can you stop yourself thinking about the magnitude of Wednesday night? It's arguably the biggest game you'd ever played in, certainly international wise.
Yeah, of course. You're around the hotel non-stop. You can switch off from thinking about the game, and when you go into training, you're preparing in the right way, and then come Wednesday, you're even more focused and ready. And like I say, everybody's just staying focused, is not thinking too far ahead, not thinking about the game right now. But once we start travelling to the game, then that's when your thoughts start to turn to it. But you're just going out there to prepare for another game.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Cheers.